So, Hanebado, or the badminton play of Ayano Hanesaki, is an anime series produced by Leiden Films and directed by Shinpei Izaki, based on the manga of the same name by Kosuke Hamada, about the trials and tribulations faced by the various members of the women's badminton club of Kitakomachi High School. More specifically, those faced by its team captain, Aragaki Nagisa, a determined athlete with impossibly high standards, and its newest member, Ayano Hanesaki, a badminton prodigy reluctant to return to the sport. It's a pretty basic premise and is one I admittedly was only drawn to for the simple fact that badminton was one of the only sports I was interested in growing up, but it's very quickly hooked me in with just how f***ing hype it is! Look at that animation! Look at those muscles! Look at that soul-crushing disappointment! It's just like my childhood! Aw, yeah! But seriously, the matches in the show are its biggest draw for me, not just for how great they look, but also because of the mind games surrounding them. There's a strong focus on how the characters hone in on and exploit each other's physical and mental weaknesses to their advantage. Have their opponents counter these with their own sly tactics and vice versa. This is often emphasized by their inner monologues to show us the logic and thought processes that go into each character's approach to the sport. The match between Aragaki and the new coach, Tachiban, in the second episode is a great example of this. In it, we get to hear both Aragaki's obsessive thoughts straining to keep up with the coach's pace and the way she beats herself up for not being able to control the match, and Tachibana's contemplative assessment of Aragaki's playstyle. This simple trick gives us a better understanding of each character and adds a layer of tension to each match as we hear the characters' thoughts racing, making us feel their desperation and wondering if their strategies will be enough for them to win. This is all heightened by the show's incredible animation and choreography, whose fluidity makes every move flow faster and hit harder, sometimes brutally so. As you'd expect from a show about badminton, the level of detail that goes into its badminton play sweeps you into the tension and uncertainty of every match. But the drama found in this sport is nothing without the drama of the show's main cast. I don't want to spoil too much here, but suffice it to say, the characters' struggles center around not only the conflict between those with natural talent and those who've had to work hard for their skill, and the frustration that builds between these groups, but also the idea of those same people pushing themselves beyond their limits to win in the sport which they've dedicated their lives to, and always falling short of their goals, and how that affects them, whether the emotional weight of their failure breaks them, or their refusal to stand down slowly turns them into an asshole, which, not gonna lie, I'm kinda loving right now. It highlights the intense emotional strain this dedication puts on a person, and the dangers that can come from it consuming their lives. And while I'm sure the ending of the series will probably put a positive spin on this theme about being able to find joy in simply playing the sport instead of losing your mind trying to win every match, so far this through line helps the series to work as both an intense sports show and an emotionally raw character drama. Some might even say it's too emotional. Over dramatic even, which is a sentiment that I can't help but agree with. The series can be quite heavy-handed with a lot of things, but especially in how it tries to make you feel bad for its characters, to the point that their struggles and backstories feel less sympathetic and relatable and more sad for the sake of being sad. Hanesaki's mom abandoning her for losing a badminton game either means she is literally the worst piece of scum in the world, or the writer needs something real strong to justify Hanesaki's reluctance to join the badminton club. This tendency to go overboard is also present in the aforementioned inner monologues and general exposition of the series, as well as how it specifically characterizes Hanesaki's skill as being almost supernaturally good, as if she made a deal with the devil or something, which honestly would explain a lot. Stop! Call an exorcist already! As well, for as great as the show looks, there's a noticeable inconsistency in style and quality animation-wise, which, though passable most of the time, can be quite jarring when you notice it. And what list of criticisms won't be complete without pointing out the needlessly overt sexual fan service passed off as comedy. From high school students wearing uncomfortably form-fitting uniforms to jokes about touching someone without their consent. Because that's funny, right? Right? Hey, who are you calling? For as much as I enjoy the more over-the-top aspects of the series, they often work to the show's detriment as much as they work to its benefit. However, if, like me, you have a fondness for ridiculousness and can deal with the fan service, I think you'll find Hanebado to be a nail-bitingly tense experience. It's filled with amazing animation that complements and amplifies the intensity of its action, and whose character drama and earnest emotional honesty adds to the strengths of its story. It's a series that does everything it can to keep you on the edge of your seat, and for me, that's what makes it so fun to watch. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think. If you agree, disagree, why your favorite sports anime is, why your favorite, well, sport is, etc. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, check out my last video where I talk about how My Hero Academia's focus on skill over power helps its story. Or check out my video on Hinamatsuri and why it's so fun to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe to come fly with me. You can also follow me on Twitter for more updates about this channel and other stuff, and hopefully, I'll see you later.